What's going on? It's your boy SBZ, and I am excited to pronounce something that I've been trying to do for a long time, but we finally got the ball rolling. It is Streamer Spotlight. Streamer Spotlight is going to bring the spotlight to all of the up and coming streamers who you probably don't know that you need to know. And we're gonna ask them about their journey and basically what they've been doing to just grow. And hopefully it will help you in your streaming journey as well. Today, we're going to be talking about an amazing streamer, TGIKendra.
Whoa. Whoa. What is the red? Oh my God. How do I cancel it? How do I cancel it? I don't want to actually do it. Please hold your applause. We also have a guest of a guest, my cat.
Oh yes, the famous cat.
Doing this with
Nala.
me. Yes, she's gonna be right here because she doesn't want to move. So
No, it's all good. So how's it going?
It's going pretty busy. I do stream, but I have a day job, so both of those things
understood.
together, both of those things together keep me busy. But everything's going good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing awesome. So let's get right into it. How long have you been streaming?
This year made 3 years. In March. So I started streaming at the beginning of the pandemic. It wasn't intentional. I had been planning to start streaming. I had started my YouTube channel like the end of 2019, and I did a couple videos there, and then I kind of decided, well, I actually want to start streaming the Twitch. So I had been preparing ever since the end of 2019. And then I was ready around March 2020, and literally the day I'd told myself, okay, on March, I think it's March 16th, actually, like the actual day. I'm gonna start streaming. That's gonna be the day. And then that morning, the CEO at our company was like, yeah, don't come in. We're on lockdown. yeah, don't come in. We're on lockdown. So yeah, that's when I started. That's how long.
Wow, that is awesome. 3 years. Sheesh. So I was gonna say, what's your stream journey been like? But I mean, you pretty much answered that. So
well, I mean, there's a little bit. I mean, it's up and down. I mean, that's the beginning of it. But since then, 3 years, it's up and down.
So what's the journey been like then? What's the journey been like?
It's like a relationship. It definitely is. I know for real, because especially here recently, that's how I would describe it. Like, you have your ups and downs. You have your times where you want to stream and you don't, and then you break up for a little bit, take a break, get back together. It's like, so it's definitely been that. But it's been good. It's been a good one. I've really enjoyed it, and it's definitely opened my life to a lot of different people and memories that I didn't even think that I could have or create.
Wow.
So one of my closest friends now, I met her on Twitch through streaming and stuff. So it's just been a good experience all around. I know. So I talk about like how you break up and stuff and get back together. I had a period this year actually where I wasn't streaming as consistently as I was for the first 2 years. First 2 years I was streaming every week, multiple times a week, all the time. It was very consistent.
Wow.
But at the beginning of this year, I kind of hit a wall. Not so much that I was tired of it, but I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know if it's because I didn't have any games that I wanted to play. But
It'd be like that.
That probably contributed to it for sure. But I just took a break. There was nothing wrong with me. I was chilling. I was just chilling.
Yeah.
But I just recently got back into being more consistent this past month for this month. So we're back together. Me and streaming are back together.
So what is that? So how do you maintain a strong community? Because I remember I tuned into your stream. I think it was like 2 days ago. You were playing Zelda and you were like still like 38 people strong.
Mhm.
after like a whole break, how do you maintain the community strength?
Oh yeah, that actually shocked me. Being gone for so long. So to be realistic, I probably had stopped streaming there and was only streaming like once a month for maybe 5 months. Um,
Oh wow.
4 or 5 months where I wasn't really being consistent. So coming back, I definitely had my reservations about whether or not, if it was going to be a full stream or not. But I knew how long I was going to be gone. Like I expected it to be lower than what I was used to
Got you.
prior. And it's actually not too bad. It is lower than what it used to be, but I think the most I would be hitting anyway would be about 40, 50 people a stream.
Wow.
So, and coming back, it's about 20, 30 people. So I don't know. In terms of like maintaining the community, I try to chat with them offline. I'm bad at that as well, but I try to do that. And then even though I wasn't streaming, I stayed active on the platform. So I, have streamers that I enjoy as well. And I would always go in streams, watch, chat. People still see me and still kind of have access to me in that way so that I'm not completely forgotten about. And I think that really helps. Just basically building your community outside of your community, I think helps a lot.
So how has the Twitch game changed from where you started to where you are now?
It's interesting because I feel like a lot of stuff happened on Twitch, or like changes were made on Twitch right before I got there, because I would hear people talk about that and different streamers talk about what was and then what it is now. So I feel like I missed like the huge changes. I definitely think now that we're a little bit past the pandemic and stuff, there's a change in more so how many people were streaming. There was a lot of people streaming during the pandemic. Like everybody was trying it out during the pandemic because why not? We're all at home anyway. Also, since everybody's at home anyway, the view counts during the pandemic were a lot larger. And I think that's more so what we're feeling now is like the aftermath of what looks like after the pandemic. So view counts are lower across the board. Revenue is a bit lower across the board. Not only because not as many people might be watching your stream, but also because post-pandemic, we have recession. So not a lot of people have money to help support streamers and things like that. So I think that's like the biggest switch that I've noticed since I began. Game-wise, I would say that there are more games coming out now. There were some good games during the pandemic, but
they were like delayed a lot.
Delayed. It was very few or whatever. But now, since we're again coming out of that and studios and developers are getting back in person and getting back into the flow of things, we're seeing some really cool game releases and titles being announced. So, yeah.
So what has been your biggest accomplishment since you started streaming?
Okay, yeah. So biggest accomplishment is really hard to pick. One, because I'm a Pisces and I'm indecisive, but two, I feel like there's a lot of smaller accomplishments that I really enjoyed. So I don't really know. Oh, okay. Well, I could pick one. There was this. So I'm really into spades. I love spades, and I knew that a lot of people in my community didn't know how to play spades. There's a lot of people that don't know how to play spades, but specifically, there's a lot of Black people who don't know how to play spades. And I would hear it all the time. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have a spades tournament. And let me teach you guys before the spades tournament, along the way, let me teach you guys how to play spades. So we did that.
I think I remember that stream.
Yeah.
I remember that stream.
Marketing for it. I was probably like talking about it for like a month leading up to, and then I had about 2 or 3 streams where I was actually like on stream teaching people how to play. People were in chat taking notes. It was like, okay, so if you got this, then what about this? And it was very interactive, very fun. And then the actual day of the tournament went so well. It was very well planned out, if I do say so myself. No, but it went so well. I had a co-host with me. He did amazing. We got sponsors from within the community. So people who own businesses within the community, they sponsored like the prize pool for the day. And I don't know, that was probably one of my biggest accomplishments because it's something that I did from like the ground up. It was a full event. I was able to show off my hosting chops. Everybody had a good time. I got like raving reviews. Streamers that I love to watch came to watch, and
Oh,
I don't know.
snap.
I feel like that was probably the largest thing that I've done that I'm proud that I've done. But saying all of that, there's a lot of smaller accomplishments that I'm just really proud that I was able to hit just by just keep going. So
Yeah. So what advice do you have for any new and up and coming streamers?
Main thing is, and this is, I feel like this is just a personal thing, but play what you want. Because that's the only thing, like if you're playing something and you don't really want to play it, it's gonna show through in how you're interacting with your chat, how you're interacting with the game. The content isn't gonna be the best. So I always play what I want, even if other people aren't feeling it. So that's just me. And then
that ties into the next question, really. Like,
oh, true.
How do you feel about variety versus snitch then?
Okay, well, I'll mix in the two questions. So I'm again, play what you want. If you're comfortable with being a niche streamer and you're only playing one game or doing one thing, like just chatting, do that, because people are gonna there's people out there who want to see you do that. I'm a variety streamer, so I play a whole bunch of different things because that's what I like. And there's people who come to the stream more so not for the game, but they're coming for me because you know it's a different game every time. So so you're gonna find your people either way. And then to go back to the question about advice for up and coming streamers, one thing I always tell people that's very important is building your community, like I said, outside of your community. So basically what I mean by that is being active on the platform really helps grow your own channel. I started out on the platform not streaming, but I was a viewer, and I was in streams that I love to be in. I was communicating, I was chatting with streamers, I was chatting with people in the chat. Then, wasn't in there saying, oh, I stream, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. When I actually did start streaming, I didn't tell anybody. I actually didn't tell anybody. There were a couple of people already following me just because they followed me based off of the conversations that we've had in chat. And then I think once you join people's community, they have Discords and things. I think I did drop a link to my stream in somebody's Discord because they had a space for that. They had a space in their Discord for other people to promote their stream. So I was like, it's my first day going live, I'm gonna drop it. And lo and behold, one of my favorite streamers raided me that day. And I was able to get like 50 follows off of their raid. So again, it's just like, if I never had built that, connection with her or had ever been in her community, that would have never happened. So, and I can say that for many other times where I've experienced things that help my community grow based off of, because I'm active elsewhere as well. So I don't know. That's the two biggest things: play what you want and build your community outside of your community.
That's interesting that you say that, because it's kind of hard to, I guess, in this day and age, to find one platform to just like kind of build off of, because there's so many. I mean, we've got Threads, Zitter, we've got they changed it to X now, it's Zitter. We've also got Reels, we've got YouTube Shorts, we've got so many other like platforms. So it's like, how do you, and I get it, like you stay on the platform of Twitch, but how do you build when there's so much going on?
Actually, we went to a panel at TwitchCon last year, and they had a conversation built around this. And it was back and forth. There was a handful of streamers up there who expressed their interest in other platforms, as well as maybe not. Maybe one of the streamers up there was like, I'm solely doing Twitch. That's my thing. That's where I grow, yada yada. Another streamer was like, okay, yeah, I have Twitch and I do this one other thing, but that's it, like Twitch and maybe YouTube. I focus on those two. And then there was a streamer that does Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So I really just feel like it's based off of what you're able to do and do well, because you don't want to be on 7 different platforms and you're only posting on those platforms once a month. Do whatever you do, the amount of platforms you're able to do, and consistently put content out on. I think it's what helps. And then if once you get one and you're putting a whole bunch of content out on that one, just add one. Don't add, like 3 of them. Add one and see how you do there. See how you like it. See, how your content performs there. I don't know. Me personally, I'm just on Twitch. I mean, I have other platforms, but I mostly use it for personal use. I mix in streaming sometimes, but my focus in terms of my content is on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to end this off. I want to play a speed round. You ready?
Oh, God.
We're going to play a speed round. You ready? PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, for sure.
All right. Switch your PlayStation.
PlayStation. Switch is cool, though.
Yes, it is cool. GTA or Fortnite?
GTA.
Hey, cons or staying at home?
Even though I really enjoyed TwitchCon and I'm going again this year, I'm staying at home for the most part. For the most part.
The Stream Deck or a mouse?
I don't have a Stream Deck yet, but I'm gonna say the Stream Deck.
All right.
I want one. Yeah.
Controller or keyboard and mouse?
Ooh. I have gotten into the keyboard and mouse world. I was shocked that I got into it, but I didn't into it. It depends on the game. It depends.
She said WASD.
For most games, for most games, controller. For shooters, which I'm bad at, mouse and keyboard is better. But for most games, most other games, controller, absolutely.
I wasn't even gonna mention the aim.
How do I cancel it? I don't want to actually do it. Terrible. I'm terrible.
All right, Mac or PC?
Ooh. For gaming?
Yeah, for gaming.
PC. Yeah.
PC all day? All right.
Yeah.
Mac or PC for streaming?
PC.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, Kendra. I just wanted to start this off, and I know we had been talking about it for like ever, and she was every time. What interview?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You were like, yeah, you ready for this interview? What interview? Oh.
Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching Streamer Spotlight. This was the very first episode, and I just want to thank TGIKendra for taking out time out of her busy schedule to actually come out, do this interview. And if you guys want to be interviewed, do not hesitate to go down into the description below. Email me. I would love to interview you, and there's going to be so much more coming. Stay tuned.